Hi everyone, Adam McIntosh here, and today I want to take you through our Job Shop manufacturing application. So this application addresses the lack of flexibility that a lot of manufacturers feel who also manage project-based work. So the app removes a lot of the native limitations that job shop manufacturers face when they link production orders directly to a project. Manufacturing teams often build ahead of time, ahead of project schedules, I should say, and the app supports those natural workflows by avoiding premature cost consumption and preventing those manufacturers from being locked into project deliverables and project timelines. Ultimately, it allows items to be consumed on a project at the right time, ensuring that costs are clean, accurate, and aligned with, well, your actual usage. So ultimately, the app is built for those organizations that have more complex manufacturing processes that don't really neatly fit into standardized Business Central rules. So now let's dive into Business Central and take a look at a demonstration of the app. So here I am in Business Central, and I'm going to first show the project setup window. So where you can see some of the configuration for the module. So we've got this job manufacturing section here, and a number of fields that dictate the production order creation, and a number of fields that dictate the cost posting. So all fairly self-explanatory, just dictates the types, some of the default production order types, checking if we're using some existing inventory, calculating component costs, so on and so forth. And then we've got some default templates to use here for some of the cost posting. We've got tooltips on each of them, so if you're curious what each of them are, feel free to drill down the tooltips, and we've got a guide on our website as well as the app source posting that drills into each of these. So I'm not going to go too much into the setup here, but I did want to show the functionality. So I've got a project here that I'm going to use as a good example. So I'm going to go to my projects page. I've got one here at the very bottom. So if I go to the individual line and drill down on the project planning lines here, I've got an item here that happens to be a produced item. So you can see here it's an item. It's got a BOM for it. And from here, I can drill down on that line and I can click Create Production Order. Now, if I want to do this for all lines, you can click Create All Production Orders. But in this case, I'll just click Create Production Order. So I'll click that. You see a quick little confirmation on the screen. And if I drill to the right here, I've got now a hyperlink to that production order. So let's select that so we can actually look at that production order. So now we've got the production order that's planned here. So I can go ahead if I want to now flip the status of this to say released. I can go release this production order. Let's do that. And you can see here now I've got a production order that's now in released status. So that's production order ending in 1-2. So if I go to my released production orders, like for the one in 1-2, it's at the very bottom here. Perfect. So on the individual line here, I can go ahead and I can drill in to create the production, or drill in to look at the production journal here. From here, this is all the components of that BOM or that produced item, and I can go ahead and I can post this production. So it's been successfully posted in this case. And now I'm going to go back to the project real quick. If I go to the header of the project, I've got an option here to now calculate the WIP that would be associated with that production. So I produced a good. I want to, there's obviously some costs associated with that. So I want to add that work in progress to the project. So I've calculated. I'm actually going to quickly renumber it because that'll keep our numbering sequence consistent with this entry, and I can go ahead and I can post that. So it says my lines were successfully posted, and if I go and drill down on the job manufacturing entries, we can see those as well. I'm going to go to my job manufacturing entries, and I should have one at the very bottom here. You can see for that same project, you can see that's the amount in WIP that was the cost of manufacturing that component, or that output, sorry, I should say. And so we can see these all reconcile, and you can really get to everywhere from this one project window. And that's really the power of the job shop manufacturing. Everything's linked back to the original project, and you can use that to both calculate and view your costs all in one spot. Thank you for your time today. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to our team at info@randgroup.com. Thanks, everyone.